Hello, Revolution fans. Today we are transmitting from a shrine of a partner, our partner shrine in the Volta region, from precisely from Boko Bullet Function, Eve Voodoo shrine today. So we are on. So please bring in your questions and your answers. We'll be here to answer you. Luckily, we are in Boko's place. So any question on fact, Boko is also here to answer you. So we are all here today. Thank you very much. Boko Banai.
It's okay. Don't play. Don't play.
Now we are in the whole world. The whole world is watching us. So everybody, let's be ready to go. Somebody reading questions for me. Please reading questions.
Okay, yeah,
Kofi Nomano, oh, this is very long time. Kofi, this Uncle Edidire, how are you? Hope you and the family, everybody is fine. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Greetings to you too, Kofi. Thank you very much.
we have Maureen Adams.
Mohi Adams.
Maureen Adams.
Mohi Adams, welcome to Revolution Live question and answer session.
Says, can we have a contact to this place?
Yes, you can have when we are done.
If I can, say greetings, Papa and family.
Thank you, Ifadara. Thank you very much, and blessings to you and your family too.
We have David Angel.
Yes, hello, David. Yes. We'll be, we'll be getting to you very soon. Just immediately after the session, we'll join you in France.
So greetings, Papa. Many blessings taken from home.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We have Ebenezer Bonsu.
Hello, Helen. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We are transmitting from the Volta region, from the shrine of Boko Bullet. The last time you came, you said you didn't see him. You came to the shrine. Came from America and joined us.
Says greetings, Papa, and team from US Army base in Kenya.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us.
We have Nana Kokosa.
Hello, Boko. How are you? Anako Kosaki. Thank you very much. Good afternoon from Volta region.
Says greetings.
Greetings to you and your family too.
We have Joe in Black. Says greetings, Papa.
Hello, Joe. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
That's what we have on Facebook.
Okay. Are you having a WhatsApp to
YouTube. Yes,
Are we
please.
going on YouTube?
Yes, please.
Oh, great.
On YouTube, we have Mario Young. Says good evening, Daddy.
Hello, Mario. Thank you very much. You said that you were going to be on today to ask a question. So please prepare your questions and then let me answer them for you. Boko is here to answer. Boko Bullet is here also to help answer questions on fact.
Okay, Mario Young says good evening, Daddy. The Indian camera patients from India. Okay, we have
Yeah,
Mario Young. Says good
It
evening
came
from
from
India.
Mario is in India.
It's connected to Junior.
Good morning, all great.
Yes.
We have Adi.
Geneva, how are you? Thank you very much. Welcome to Facebook Live, Revolution Facebook Live.
Says good morning from Atlanta.
Hello, good morning to some then you and your family, everybody in Atlanta. Good morning to you.
So what people are watching?
Yeah, so I have to remove.
So the question should come, we will start straight away.
And back to the Facebook, we have Adi Adolf. He says looking forward to seeing you all sometime next week, flying out Saturday.
Okay, we'll be expecting you, please.
So that's what we have for now. Okay. Ebenezer Bonsu says, Papa, it's good to see you and Mr. Connect Live and Khaled. Today's session will be special.
Yes, it is special because we travel all the way down to Bullet's shrine and we are transmitting from here. There are so many beautiful things you are going to see today.
And we have Danilo in Danilo saying good day for Popular. So that's what we have for now.
Thank you all. Thank you. And please share on your platform so that everybody can join in. Let your friends get to know we are here in the Volta region at Mokobule Shrine. It's a new shrine, but it's not new. When I say it's new, means he has his things all long time. But now that he set up his shrine and everything, so we are here to promote him and promote everybody.
Okay, we have David Angelo Laria says, says good to see Boko Bullet. It's been a while, and best regards to you and the family.
That's right, Angelo. How are you?
We have Ebenezer Bunsu. His question says, question is how long is the fat initiation? That's his question.
Okay.
How long is the fat?
Is how long will the fat initiation take? Maximum 3 days. So, Vanessa, that's it. The fat initiations, depending on the times that we are having. Some people don't have enough time to go through all the 16 days. So these days it is shortened 3 days, 7 days, and the full one, which is 16 days. But then, if they are doing it in 3 days, it is a crash course that all of them will go inside and it is the same initiation, which will take about 16 days, but it will shorten it to 3 days. So you can be initiated within 3 days into start.
Okay, back to YouTube. Maria Young says that you said if someone has had a tragic death while foreign migration, we should not call their names with their ancestors who had a normal death. Can you please explain that?
Okay, Mario, the thing is that people who died traumatic death or accidental death, either by through car accident, people who harm themselves, people who may go for operation or surgery and die through that, anything that is traumatic or accidental, those people are called the living dead. They are dead, but they are not dead because their spirits are still very active on the physical plane, even whether you call them or you don't call them. So what happens is that the people who died normal deaths or peaceful deaths don't usually eat together with people who died accidental deaths. So what we do is that you pray to the people, the ancestors who died a peaceful death, and then you go outside to the out of the house most of the time. When you are doing their rituals, you do it outside the house. You don't do them all together. But when you do all together, they won't be able to come and eat together with people who did not die traumatic death. So that's how it is.
And back to Facebook, we have Angela G. Fisher. Says,
hello, Angie. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us. I hope everybody in the family are fine. Thank you a lot.
Greetings, family. Nice to see you, Dr. Blue.
That's it.
We have Carl Adams, Jason Papa, and family. Good to see you, Papa.
Hello, Carl. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live here. You can see our background. We have the Budu Jokata here. We have a Budu Ablapo, which is the sack that we will be using to stop the rain and other things. And then we have a Buduga at Mabembe. Yes, and then I think then there are plenty. They've not drawn all of them. There's a Budu there called Budu Kafu. It's also there, and then we have the Abu over there. So your camera goes on that. Is it your camera? This one is not working. So that is the Voodoo Apliman, the green is over the okay, that's the Voodoo Zapata of the Apliman, the brains inside the room. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes,
No.
He says, some time ago, I was asked you about rankings. I took once my
Go ahead, Joe.
that we have Danilo. So to our Papa, that's how we promote your phone. I respect Bullet and family.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now that we are here, we have started already, but since we are in this Boko Bullet shrine, we would like Boko Bullet. When we are done with the prayers, we'll start. We'll continue answering your questions. Thank you very much.
Carl Anderson's congratulations to Boko Bullet. Patricia Anderson, Papa, where are you now?
Here we are in Gota region, in Chamin area.
Chris Thomas says greetings, Papa.
Hello, Chris. Been a long time. Haven't seen you for a long time. How are you doing? How is everything?
Back to you too. We have many blessings to you and your family.
Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Please bring in your questions, and we have a very beautiful session today. So please bring in your questions, and let's answer them for you. You have two very authentic priests, as it's your Boko or here, who with all your questions, no matter how versatile they may be, will try as much as possible to answer them for you.
Maria.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
by nature is general good, in the sense of and they're not very sure where the origin of Zapata is from. But it has always been with our ancestors for so long. So if I'm going to tell you whether it came from Yoruba origin or came from Ewe origin or Fon origin, I'm not very sure, but it's been with our ancestors for so long.
Next question, please.
Okay, we have Patricia Anna. Says, oh Papa, you didn't tell me to go with you.
It was, we lost our teacher, who is the father of Boko Bullet, and I hadn't had the time to come and say sorry to the family. So yesterday in the afternoon, we decided that it's getting too late for us. We're not coming. So we decided, and then all of a sudden we just came. So it wasn't like a totally planned thing. But then we are here. So next time we are coming during the funeral of Tombe Jivenu, who is one of my teachers, and the teachers of my children, and father of Boko Bullet and his family. When we are coming, all of you can come with us during the funeral. Thank you very much.
We have Ifat Arab, says blessings, Bullet. Thank you for inviting us to your show.
Thank you to Ifat Arab. Thank you so much.
We have Sana Computer says, when is the funeral going to be? Is it decided, please?
Yeah, Sana. We are thinking about 16 January 2021. So 16 in January.
We have David Angelo Maria says, oh, my condolences to Boko Bullet and family.
Thank you.
Yes. That's what we have on Facebook. Back to YouTube. We have Maria.
So I think keep sending in your questions, and then we will do as we do generally. We will pray first, and then from there we continue. Because the Vodus, of course, we are talking about them, and we are in their presence, and we have to invite them and let them know that we are doing this year. So that is going to be done through the prayer, and then the Vodus also will support us and give us ideas when we are answering your questions. So keep your questions coming in, but as we are now, we'll go to pray. We'll go to Boko Bullet's Legba. Let the question keep coming so you know where you stop. When I come back, then you continue from there. So let's go and do the prayer now. Take the camera that will go to the Legba, and then we pray there, and then we come back and we pray to Abuchi, and then we continue.
Okay. Regina, please.
Okay, we are going. Okay.
Elon, I beg you, you are doing something else, so don't stream any video, please. Yes, sir. I'm working on the microphone. Elon, look at me. No. Well, I'm only telling you to keep it in mind, please. Come. Quick. Carry the microphone. Let's send it, please. I beg you, hold the table, the small one. Oh, pass it on there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hurry up.
My face?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is vocabulary shrine as we have been saying, and this is Leba, and we have just finished into Leba. We will now go back to your to the table and start answering your question. As you knew already, those who have been working with us, it's Bokobulet and his father had been partner shrines to us. They've been teachers, and we're learning from them. Most of the things that we don't know, we are learning from them too. And then we are in partnership with them. If something they don't know, they learn from us. So we are all learning together. So today we are here. We are also trying to promote Boko Bullet that he has got his shrine now, and we are working. So as you know, sometimes he comes to Accra and stay with me and work together. So it is some works that we need to do here. We'll come over here and do them for you. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining us this afternoon. Thank you. Let's go back to the table. Is that okay?
television crew.
Yes, sir. Alive.
Okay, thank you very much. We just went to pray at Legba, at Bokos Legba, and then he prayed for life, peace, and health. Those who couldn't, those who are looking for children should have children. Those who are looking for wives and husbands should have wife and a husband. Those who are looking for job, but they could not get job, they should get job. And if anyone plans evil towards anyone who is our fan, may the Legba and they will just face that person on your behalf. Thank you very much. So I'm now going to go on and pray, and then the questions will continue. Please try to share this on your platform so that other people can join us. Thank you very much. Oh, go, mauga, so what is a medua, mauga, kitty cat, a medua, mauga, a set joto, a mejoto, a set one, a set no one of every document, maybe a document, you, Ben, document, you get woman of you, you're saying a poco, say that tapia, may you are a may you share a hand for a show, send me for a show, a brass, a brass, a brass of males, and you put them with your direct of it, who will be sort on, Mayo miano zoje anyi so kaka chikas bo ya dremia la fa wenya go na tepi wenya go juro palo mayo ra keke wenya yimba ma jo flow la so plan yimba ma do dika wenya bi na teku etega ya no veto an lo wenya me na ba nge je ba yo na keke e nya tepe mayo akan go juro kan mayo ba kan je ba kan so ba kan tro ba kan mayo ba kan ba kan pe ba de ba ha ya do la ko ba ba ndo je fi ba so ko mayo mi nu da ba bo ka ko pa mi ozango mayo mi play violence ke ya ko person ya mayo ra ke wo jo pata jo maku afoke me vole mo chi me vole fudo me pere o ko ko ata ko fo me jo be yo he be jo me to ya mo mo ji o to an ko re pe ni le be me to ba jo tu so pre bo me no te pre ka jo pata e le ati jo ko ba jo le ni jo pata be fia jo pata me tro me be da mo lu abi fa gbe le ni jo pata na ti nya jo lu jo pata ya te fe me yo me se me bo ji to me de aba pe lu ti su to lu ajina bonju pele roja ko ko be valenti papa be ba lo jona to fu agosa pa teme yo ati dele me yo guru mo ya keke la fia e ba yo abochi sakara kama chwa pa ya to go kotokoli ro ko e ku ma ku alfa to be no lecho o franca mani o fifini ku ba bisinkra o ko fito ja baku o cho tu aku fito ya ko fi atra kable me yo mi apete e me yo to be ho ba to me ba mo to ra ko bu ma ya za pasa di ku mi o ko to ko si ni o ko to o kere ku asagbaja ko bifo no yo na apeli apeli ko to sagbaja ko bifo no apenyo apeli to agble nyo apeli to asinyo apeli to ewo popo olu no ni o no go no asisi nku ga me yo ra ke e me yo serenga ja fa ke to be wonu wa fo me to wa plangati be yo no afangwa fa bla ora uja fa me chia ma ba me nku bi ra anda pe na ha apenyo me go do pete me yo bi ra go ko kla me do anda una me na ando enya una mo e bo dio pete le tobi bullet be ponu le fi be ponu le ko ara ina lo ya to fi ba pa na dagbe neba bina si neba bina do neba ala msese agbedidi ama yo betere ni akore ni na ala msese o mi na agbedidi o na nyu ne di wolo nu exacto kele mereke me ga ile kosusu ko plo ni no wadi na amewo me body o ya me body ko yo na ni a ovodu mi nyu eta ni a ovodu mi nyu eta ni le mi ya jo mi unza ya jo mi kele kudu kwera gbe vira gba sira gbe mi biro de pran poto kele me nu poto za nu poto yo bi yo ya tepe agbere ni taba ko ile america ko si jo america aba o ani ate ma wa nanti aba o ile se na wa ni so ni me ka ni ba go ebe me ba fi de ma to ha america ga ko di ko se I am here in this time. I've given them drink to me too. I will give drink to the produce inside my stomach small. Yes. So now we continue with the questions.
We are back to Facebook. We have Audrey Macau's book.
Audrey Macau's book.
He says my
Oh, thank you. Which computer business here? Before you remove it, connect the power.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, and I know it's late over there, but you are with us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The questions should come.
Yeah, Gabon, Boya Congo-Man.
Congo-Man, yes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the Revolution live session, Revolution Real Voodoo. We are here together with Eve Voodoo from Bullet Shrine. Thank you. Greetings to you, Congo-Man. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, where the blue? The cat paintings. Oh, that's what they. That blue as this is for that voodoo kafo, which is a Gan voodoo from the Ga people. It's called kafo, and it's the one with the no colonial called Capitacono. And you won't be for it. I really remember. You have to turn the camera. If you turn the camera and show the voodoo that is there. So the blue and the spots are usually not that one. The voodoo, the spot of the blue is that's the color of the voodoo. That's how it is. So, but then vocabulate put this thing. Where is the microphone?
Yes.
The vocabulate put blue at the background of it. It does not matter. People have different colors.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Modwe.
Ujali Ujiga.
Ujiga Modwe.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Ujali. Thank you very much for. I believe you are talking from Uganda or somewhere in East Africa or somewhere in the world. I don't know, but thank you very much because the name looks like Thomas name. Thank you very much. Hello, Kadi. How are you? Thank you very much. And we are here at the shrine in the Bokor shrine. Now he has opened his own shrine, so we are here to support him. Thank you very much, Shamba. Thank you very much for joining the Revolution question and answer session Facebook Live. Thank you. The work of Voodoo Kafu, I think it is Bokor Bullet when he's back. He's working for some people. He has some clients and he's attending to them when he comes back. What is the famous young lady? Danilo, yes. Then you can ask the question again so that he will be able to speak on it. Yes, because I don't know so much about Kafu, but then it's one of his voodoos. So that's why I always say there are thousands and thousands of voodoos in the world. So voodoo practice is not a religion, whereby they say it is only this voodoo or this god or this particular human personality who came and passed, and God is the only one that you can go to get God, get closer to them. There are millions and millions of voodoo. Some of them nobody has ever heard about them. So they are working. They are working. Whether people have heard about it or have not heard about it, when the voodoo is correct, it works.
Brian says warm regards to you, or especially to you, Bokor Bullet. The best of condolences to you, Father.
Yes, Sekirafia, thank you very much for joining us, and greetings to your family. Bokor Bullet is at the back of the shrine doing some work for some people, and when he's done, we will let him know that you have sent your condolences. Thank you very much, and I hope the whole family is fine. We haven't seen you for a long time.
Brian, I've been idea. Yes, I wish I could be there with you all.
Yes. Next time we are coming during the funeral time. All of you should get yourselves ready. It's very hot. The bottom. We will be here if you are ready. We'll all come in January between 15th and the 16th of January. They are going to get his father and they will bury him. So please, those of you who are in Accra, you can join us to wish the great man a safe journey back to his ancestors. Thank you very much.
We have Kadi Fisher says congratulations to Bokor Bullet.
Okay, we'll tell him. He's just behind the shrine now. So
we are back to YouTube. We have Mario who said that I remember you saying in one of your sessions that people use Joker. Is that a scam or hypothesis just to improve the observers?
No, Joker is there. But when I say people use Joker, means people who use Joker. Everybody uses them, but people who are using it in a negative way to take advantage of other people is what I was probably speaking about.
Yeah, Mario Young again says Bokor Bullet. Can we accept my condolences to you and your family?
Yeah, I will let Bokor know that Mario Young from India also has sent his condolences to him.
May God and the ancestors they come to bear his love. Stay strong and God bless.
Thank you very much, Mario. We are very grateful for your expression of your condolences. Thank you very much.
Yes, Kate Timbers. Says Bokor Bullet, my condolences to your father.
Bokor Bullet, your people are saying condolences to you for your father, the loss of your father. Send it.
May the gods continue to bless you. May your father continue to strengthen you as you carry his weight higher.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you. Who is that?
Kate Timbers.
Kate Timbers. Okay, thank you very much, Kate. We we are very grateful to you, to all of you. Thanks, Timbers. Okay, Kai. Yes, okay. Thank you very much, Kai. We are very grateful. We are in the Abo Chiame area, which is Akachi district. Yes. Precisely Akachi district, I think. Yeah. Thank you. Who was the name? Quindi. Okay, Quindi, thank you very much, because I cannot, we don't have the monitor in front of me whereby I read the questions myself and read your names. We are in the village, and we're just trying to manage and make things happen. So please, if we don't pronounce your name very correctly, we are sorry. And then thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Yes, hello, Anani, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us. Why wind blows? There's a name, Yali. Yali. So I'm not sure why. I don't know. I don't understand when you roll around you or blows around you, because it's also one of the voodoos or some spirit that is working. People call it Yali. Some people have other names for it.
Yeah, back to Facebook. Danilo was saying so. After someone dies, after how many days do we start doing the person like this?
Most of the time, because even immediately the person dies in our Ewe culture, they pray to the person. They pray to the person's spirit. But then there is no time that you say from then or this time onwards before you pray. Once the person passes on, you can pray to the person. But the best time that some of us do is that after the person is buried. Once the person is buried, we know that his physical body also is no more standing there or in the morgue or anywhere for us to go and see again. So it is any time that you want to pray to a dead person, you can pray to a person who passed on. Because once they are gone from the physical body, their spirit is gone. And maybe sometimes people die long before the physical body falls off.
We have Oluchi Osunwoki says, great evening, Papa.
Hello, Oluchi. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you too.
Take this with love. Sorry, I came late.
No, we're just starting because we are not in our normal days, but we are managing to put things together. So you are not late. This now we are just starting. We just finished praying to the Lega and then praying to Abochi and other spirits, and we are live here. So you are not late at all.
Says, I know you are doing great.
Thank you, and I hope that you are doing well too.
We have Yemisi Ben Jabori.
Yemisi Ben Jabori. Yemisi, Harrison, how are you? Thank you very much. I hope you are putting yourself together so that we can do your rituals before the year, and it will be the best if we could finish the rituals that we are supposed to do for you. If we do it before the year ends, then you enter into the new year with a fresh beginning. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I'm very grateful. And that's to my teacher and then to the father of Lokopule. Thank you very much.
Yes, Fisher. So how many days before you do someone burial?
He said,
how many days does it take to do a burial?
Oh, burial usually starts from just on Fridays in Ghana. On Fridays, they will get the dead body from the morgue, and then usually on Saturday they finish burying the person, and then after burial, then they do the final funeral rites. So it depends on everybody. But Boko and Osofu in the caliber of Toby Chibenu is a great man. Yes. done so many wonderful works for people all across the oceans. And also because he is into many spiritual disciplines, they will have to do certain rituals as he's being buried or before his burial. But I'm not very sure because that is the private decision of the family. I don't know what they plan, but we will join them when they are ready and they invite us to join them to do the necessary rites. So it may take some few days after the physical burial or before the burial. Thank you very much, ABC. We are very grateful to you for joining us this afternoon at Facebook Live Revolution Real with you.
Back to YouTube, we have Marie Young says if one is allergic to metals or
Metals.
one is allergic to metals,
Yes.
other than gold, then how do they use the Zapata band?
If you are allergic to other metals, because I've seen people that have had Jopata and had itches around their wrist and all this. So we will ask Jopata when that time comes that, okay, this person has this problem. So what do we do? There's something going on there, so I want them to send the camera to what is going on there. Let people watch it.
Yes, Papa.
The camera is still on me.
Papa.
The camera on me.
No. It is it's audio, but we are showing the people.
And then with the audio show.
Sorry.
That's the
Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa.
audio. Look at it. The voice people are hearing is enough.
Okay. Sorry.
No. Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can go. Yeah. But I'm coming up. I know what to remember. Camera, I tell you everything, and I was very good. Today we have a lot of action happening. Akwe. No. Double coin. No people. I feel the money. That's it. This is the work of God. We'll go back to our work. On your platforms and people who wants to learn about our tradition, the tradition of the Ewe people of West Africa, and precisely the Ewe people of Ghana and Togo and Benin. Those who want to learn about our traditions, please tune in. Send people and let people on your platform know that something is happening. Thank you very much. Today's session is a special session, so please allow me to do it the way I am doing it.
We were asking if one is allergic to metals other than gold.
Yes, that's why I say, Mario, what we will do is I will ask the Jopata whether it will take any metal to represent him. But then usually what we do is that if that metal, then you have to be physically here in Ghana, because we have to place that metal on top of the Jopata as the voodoo itself, so that it can empower it. Once it agrees that it will take any other metal apart from its normal bangle, then we will have to place that metal on the Jopata and do the necessary rituals that we do to empower the bangle. The bangle is just a bangle you can buy from the market, and same it is if it's gold ring or whatever you wanted to wear. Then we will do that, and then we will do the necessary rituals that we have to do. Leave the bangle and whatever thing you are going to use as to represent that. If the voodoo accepts, first we will ask the voodoo, and if the voodoo accepts, then we will do the rituals on the metal that you want to use. And then once it is done, we will send it to you. It will be on the voodoo for about 7 days to empower it in the 7 days, in the sense that it comes from Monday to Sunday. And because every human being was born on one of these days, so it should be able to cover all that, so that it will be empowered. And when you wear it, you are wearing Jopata, maybe in the form of a gold ring.
We have Kadifisa asking what will be his case.
The voodoo, we just seen that the ritual was done with his voodoo sapata, the Babalu Aye, Anigbato, as the Eves call it. The sapata is a common name, but then in Ewe, we call it the father of the earth, the planet on which we are. Is the one that brings pestilences and pandemics and all these things, the one that controls them. Voodoo sapata. Maybe Sena can elaborate on it by typing some information or referring to some information that we had shared in the past about Voodoo Sapata. Anibato, the owner of the land, is the one that brings chicken pox and all this, like what we are experiencing with the coronavirus and all this falls in under the control of Voodoo Sapata. So those who are with Voodoo Sapata or are associated with it, I think those sicknesses will come, but they will pass us by. God will. Because I remember that before coronavirus came, we were doing a reading for my son, Senna, and Voodoo Sapata came and told us that we should do a ritual for him before he goes back to Asia. And then we didn't know that there was any sickness coming up or anything like coronavirus, because it actually originated from Asia, as we all know. So that is it. So we did the rituals for Senna and for my household and everything. And then he went, and then the sickness started. And of course, a lot of people in Japan had this coronavirus. Even some of them were working together with my children, but my children are still safe because we had already contacted, or the Voodoo had already contacted us so that we could protect me and my family and people around me. So Voodoo Sapata is the god of the earth and is the god of pestilences and sicknesses of this nature that we are seeing, pandemics as they call it.
We have Gary Fisher.
Again?
Yes, it says, can you explain Voodoo tattoo? Voodoo tattoo.
Oh, I don't know. People who do voodoo tattooing, depending on the voodoo that you have, there are certain voodoos that they need to mark your body, and so that to show that you are a part of it. I don't have any of those voodoos, and I don't really work with any of such voodoos. So if I'm going to talk about the voodoo tattooing now, I may not be able to tell you the truth because I don't know so much about it. I know people even have cats, some have a tattoo and all this. But my voodoos that I work with, none of them has requested for tattooing or cutting the body. It's only when we do the black powder that we do vaccination and cut so that it goes into your bloodstream and protect you, and also to fight against certain sicknesses.
That's one. Okay, we have Young from YouTube. Thanks for the explanation. That you kindly share some of the experience with our time.
That's why I'm going to Okay, thank you, Mario, for joining us. And we are here to explain what is your confusion, what you don't understand, what is Voodoo. As far as every Voodoo is concerned, we are here to talk about that. So, what do you call it? I'm very grateful for the questions you are asking. And we thank God that you are all alive and joining us and asking these questions this afternoon from the Shrine of Boko Bullet. Thank you very much. Are we done for that, please? Now? Yes, we are done. No Facebook, no. Please send in your questions. Today is a special section. We are even going to go inside the shrine to see some of the voodoos that Boko Bullet has here. And also, he just set up the Tobe Jopata, as you can see here. Somebody should. He just set up Tobe Jopata in his shrine too, because he has seen the benefits and he has seen the wonders of Jopata. And Jopata has been disturbing him since they gave him and wanted him to be set up in his shrine, which he did. So we, as the original owners of Jopata, we are here also. We will pray at the Jopata shrine in Tobe Bullet's shrine today. So there are so many things that you are going to watch today. Thank you very much. When he's done, he has the clients and he's attending to. So once he's done, we open the spiritual room. We'll go in there to pray to him. But can you repeat it and not direct me?
We have Gary Fisher. Says, can you explain human sacrifices?
Okay, human sacrifices at faith was done in the past by our ancestors, like from the community, Machu Picchu, people in the Andes, and all these people, the Egyptians and all this, and also probably the Aves also had done that in the past. But in today's world, nobody uses human beings to do sacrifices or anything of such. We use animals to represent human beings, or use animals to those that decided that they don't want human beings to be sacrificed. So we don't sacrifice human beings. If only those priests who are not on the right path, who want to take advantage of people, probably may be doing that. But we, as we are, we don't do human sacrifices. And I don't really know much about it, but I knew or heard that our ancestors have done that from Egypt to the Machu Picchu in the Andes, in the South America, and all those places. They have done all this, and I believe all other cultures also probably have done that. But today's world, I don't think anybody is using human beings to do sacrifices. I have never met him, and I have not seen him, so I can't talk very much about it. We heard from time to time, and the most we heard from time to time that people do that, and those people who do that are usually caught up in scam and all kinds of things.
Okay, we have Mario Young on YouTube. He says, AMT family, I would like to know your experiences with Akai and Daddy you had asked me to get the feedback from the people who had used Akai and
Akai oil, not only Akai, because only few people in the world that have got the real Akai. I have not given Akai as a spirit to many people. In my whole life of spiritual practices, I believe that it is less than 20 people who have gotten Akai as a whole. My children, yes, they have. And then I have two people in Japan that have Akai. And then I have someone in Florida that has Akai. Two people in Florida that has Akai. And then Shamba Musa has Akai. And I think that is it. We don't have Akai. I don't give Akai to people very easily, but I give Akai oil. So those people package last greatest produce that I had worked with, but the oil that I sent out to the world last December, people who bought it and people who use it, they should tell us about their own personal experiences, because my experience is mine. If I'm talking about me, it is about me, but other people who have had experience should also talk about themselves and tell us what they benefited and when they started using that oil and the soap as well as the fumigation, whatever experience or benefits that they got, they should talk about it. Because if I am just talking about it, it remains my own, and it is with me. It's a spirit that I have been with for the past 30 plus years. But all the other people who have also gotten the oil should talk about their personal experiences. If it has been beneficiary to you, or you benefited from it, then you can tell about your experience. So that's what Mario wants to know. So those of you who have had the Akai oil, please let us know what benefits or experiences you have had with it. Thank you.
We have Kelsey Ayim on Facebook.
I am or Percy, how are you? Thank you very much for joining.
Restart it again, please.
Okay, we can start the
Because
explanation.
of Akai.
Okay, Mario is asking questions that those people who had used Akai oil, he wanted to know what experiences you have had with Akai since you got the Akai package, because he's also planning to get one Akai package for himself. So those of you who had a Akai package that was sent out last year, December, to the world and people were buying it, we want you to tell Mario what experience you had had. I had had Akai for almost 30 plus years now, and I'm working with it, and it's one of my don't leave home without its spirits. It's like a American express card, or what you call it there. Don't leave home without it. So that is my Akai that had always been with me day and night. I don't leave home without it. So those of you who had had some experience, or the packages that you bought, the positive and the negative experiences that you have had with Akai, please let Mario know about it, so that if he's asking for Akai or he wanted Akai, he can have the confidence whether when he gets this, he get benefits. That's what we are saying. So please do help him by telling your experiences that you had with Akai. Then he can also trust your word and probably will want to have Akai. Thank you very much. One thing, Mario Young is an African Indian. His father, I think, one of his parents is from India, and one of the other parents is from Africa. So he's a mix of that African and Indian blood. But he's been in Ghana, he knew my shrine, but he never had the courage to enter my shrine. It was after he went back to India that he started communicating, and we are teaching him, and he's working on it. He's also an African in the diaspora. So those of you who had had any experience with Akai, please let Mario Young know what your experience is and what. Thank you very much.
Bella.
Hello, Jidepo. Before Akpe. Thank you for joining us. Yes.
She's saying the Ten Commandments is thou should respect thy mother and thy father. What does Voodoo say about this? What about parents respecting their children?
Yeah, in Voodoo, it has always been there that Wali Jombe, which is the first Odu of Apa, says that a child that follows the path of the ancestors or the father will not get missing. Means if you are a child and you follow the path of your fathers, you will not get missing. So, which means that you should respect your parents, or respect your father and your mother. It's a very common thing in Voodoo. And so it is that parents also respect their children. That's how it is. Even the Ten Commandments is a bypass of the Voodoo laws that had been there before Ten Commandments. Moses is not older than Voodoo, as in the Bible, as people think. Moses in the Bible is not older than Voodoo, because the Aves and the Africans were the people who taught the Egyptians and the Israeli or the Jews what spirit is. So don't make that mistake. The Ten Commandments of the Bible is not supersede the commandments in Voodoo. In Voodoo, if you are a thief, Voodoo will catch you. If you are sleeping with somebody's lover, Voodoo will catch you. If you steal, Voodoo will catch you. If you are giving false judgment and false witness, Voodoo will catch you. That's why everybody ran into the church. So Voodoo, church laws and Ten Commandments does not supersede Voodoo law. That's why a lot of Africans have run away from Voodoo, because they cannot stand the rules and regulations and the laws of Voodoo. Because when you are with Voodoo, if you make a mistake, it will catch you. But in church, if you kill people, you can wash your hands and go into church and even take communion. Nothing will happen, because there's no spirit there to catch you. But you go to Voodoo, right? You do bad thing, to catch you on the spot. This is the whole thing. So Jidepo, Voodoo spoke about all those things before Moses wrote them down in Ten Commandments. That Ten Commandments probably is even our Voodoo laws that he put down.
Fisher is saying you froze when explaining Akai.
Oh, again, but I have re-explained. Yeah.
That's what I.
Yes, that's what it said. So I had re-explained already. Okay. Yes. So, Jidepo, the laws of our ancestors. You know why they call the people who worship our tradition Abum Samto? The word is not Abum Sam. It's Buseum, means pay attention to the laws of nature. Busamto, it is not Abonsamto, because in even culture we don't have any word Abonsam. It is a Akan word. So we say Busam, you have to respect the rules and regulations of nature. And people change it to Abonsamto, Busamto, Busamto. That's what it is, because we follow the laws of nature. When you go against the law of nature, it will go against you. So 10 commandments are chicken, they're small laws compared to the laws of Voodoo.
This is Mario Young.
Mario Young.
Mario Young. If one is alleged, okay.
I have answered that.
Mario Young is
Ema le bizu na ba no filo amo o di o po ta ba no filo no po esia kapra amo wo cheta o me ba po ma se di o po be elete mo ba no miambo me nyere ka wo nya. We are now free from Facebook and this thing for now. So yes, so you all should understand that the Voodoo, as I said, the word Voodoo means spirit in our Ewe language. And in every culture around the world, they have spirit. They have names that they call spirit in their own languages and in their culture. But for us as Ewes, as in every culture, the word Voodoo means spirit. In India, I am sure they have a word for Voodoo. In America, apart from the English language, when we talk about the native people, Native Americans, they have a name for a spirit. And then when you go to any other parts of the world, they have name for spirit. So the Ewe is called spirit Voodoo, that which frees the community. That energy that frees the community, that's what Voodoo is all about. So Voodoo as a practice is not only limited to every people or to only one culture, but each and every culture around the world has a name for it, and the way they do their rites and rituals is also there. It may not be the same like the way the Ewes do, but we as Ewes, Voodoo is a way of life. It's not a religion, and it can never be a religion, because which God is the supreme? Which God is the mightiest? We have thousands and thousands of gods. Even in Islam, they don't have only one God. Allah is the total of 99 gods. That is what Allah is the total of 99 gods. When you go deeper into Islam, you realize that there are 99 names of Allah. But then when they want to call all of them as one, they say Allah. Finish. But there are 99. And then in Hebrew, which migrated to become Christianity, they have got 72 names of God. That's why you have Elohim, Shaddai, Al Shaddai, Tetragrammaton. Just mention them. There are 72 names, which means each one is a God on its own, but the total of them together is called God in this. Jehovah is just one out of the 72.
Danilo Merino is saying the Kobole Christian as the work of Voodoo.
What is the work of Voodoo Kafo? She touched thieves. The Voodoo Kafo is a thief catcher. If you are a thief, it will catch you. If you are a witch, it will catch you. Any Voodoo that can catch thief can catch witch.
How did you get involved in Kabbalah also in the studies in Hinduism? Do they also do sacrifices?
Yes, Hindus do sacrifices. Of course, you go to the temple of Kali Kalimantan. Maybe Mario can talk about that. And the Voodoo Kali, which is have a gallon of 100. They do sacrifices. Initiated to some point, you can have it. We use the human skull in one hand, the left hand, and we use the knife in the right hand, and you stand on a grave, and then you do the ta ta din ta 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 din ta 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 din ta. You do the dance. That is the listen. But then, why the human skull? It represents negativity, and then the sword represents victory and positivity. So that is it. So maybe it has been modernized. So that's the path that I have taken. But in Hinduism, there are so many sacrifices. They sacrifice pigs. This is the only thing they don't sacrifice in Hinduism is cow, because it's respected as a mother, because it gives milk. And when your mother's milk is not coming, you drink cow milk and you go. So you can't kill your mother.
Papa, I read that Taoism used to defeat the French in the time of war.
That was in Vodou or Tado.
Tado.
Tado is actually an Ewe name. It's not tattoo she was talking about. She was talking about Tado. The Tado is coming from a Benin Vodou district. So most of the people in Haitian or Haiti are also Ewes as well as four people. And then Tado is a name of a place in Benin. So maybe when people migrated or were taken into slavery, that was the time that Tado became a Voodoo. Maybe there is a Voodoo as Tado, but honestly speaking, I don't know much about Tado. It's not tattoo, it's Tado you were talking about, yes. So Tado is there, it's still a Voodoo. We heard that during the time of the Haitian Revolution, and they wanted to get independence from the French. They used that Voodoo to defeat the French and got their independence. Yeah, I read about it, but I don't have any other information on Tado. Okay, go ahead with the questions.
Have you read them? Marie Young on YouTube already?
We have read Mario. Yes, okay, we have Mario. Read
Yeah, that's all.
for now. So go back to Facebook and let's see. No more question on Facebook. Okay, so please join us, share and let people join us. And the question somebody had asked was saying condolence to here. He said I should tell you that they are sorry for the death of your father, and they believe that you take up his place and do his great work as he has done. And other people also had mentioned that they know that once you are here, you will take up the mantle of your father and continue the great work that he did. Thank you all.
Okay, back to you too. We have Mario Young. But to say that I am Catholic, I have Hindu friends who say that she's a powerful God, but I haven't experienced any rituals here in India.
Okay. Okay, Mario, I took my training in Benares or Varanasi, the most holiest city of India, Hinduism. I took my training in the inner temple, a castle that was surrounded by water. That's where I took my training as a monk. But then our headquarters in India is in Calcutta, which is Kolkata. People call in Calcutta doing my spiritual. So Kali, Madam Kali, and even here in Ghana, most of the Hindus who set up factories in Ghana here, when they want to do Kali or anything to do with their spirits, the spirits are in India, but then they come to me and I connect the Indian spirit and them, and things start changing. I have a lot of Indian people who are into business in Ghana, and when they're having difficulties, they approach me, and I am able to connect them to Madam Kali and any other Indian god anytime.
It says Kali is not predominant in Calcutta.
Yeah, that is so Kalikata. As Kalikata became Kolkata. So that is the home of Kali. That's where I live in Tiljala in Calcutta, and that's where I grew up, and I did a lot of spiritual training in there.
And we have Kali Fisher.
Yes.
Then she says, what's the use of voodoo? What's the use of bees in voodoo?
Okay, B as a. Okay, the bees in voodoo, we call them Zakaja, Kaja, or Zakaja, Babula Lipo. A capio, Bradley was there, a habway of Black Chimajamajana Avato, the Hawk. Yeah, that is the Zakaja Voodoo Balibula. Is the spirit of the bees. There's a voodoo that you can form which comes in the form of bees. When you go back into the Bible, I don't know any of you that will remember this, that during the time that Moses, according to the Bible, when Moses was trying to get out of Egypt, he was asking Pharaoh to let his people go. They refused. So what they did is that they sent bees and flies to go and sting people. People didn't listen. Sent Zapata to bring sickness to people, and people didn't listen until it got to some point that the people started dying. And then the son of the Pharaoh that died, and then so when it has reached the Jews should go. These voodoos are all every voodoos, they are in every. So the Zakaja or the bees are also voodoo, and those who have it use them to do rescue and also to do healing and to attack people. The old man, my Bokotuji, has his bees, but then when I was being trained by him, the bees were no more there because some people who were fighting Togo, the Togolese and the Ewe war at one time came and took the bees and they were using it. And when after the war was finished, they started using the bees to steal. What I mean to steal is that they will send the bees to go and cover a house, and then all the people will run away from the house and they will go and steal the things. So the bees became angry that the purpose of them was not to be used to steal or rob people. So they left the shrine. The bees, their pots and everything are still in my old man's shrine today. And he has taught me all the keys, how when I grew a little bit, I'll be able to put them together because he has taught me everything. The bees are not natural bees. You put certain things together, and after certain days, the bees will start coming out of the pot, and without any bee coming out from outside, they will come out. And these bees, when they go to war, if each one dies, they will they will lift the dead one and bring back into the pot, and that one will be alive. That is called Zakaja Voodoo and Bakula Lipo.
Okay, so we have David Angelo.
Yes, David, how are you? Thank you.
Yes, I have a question, Papa. If my paternal grandfather was not in good terms with my father, and he was a very aggressive man, can I call his name when calling like this in general or only on special occasions?
Or if your grandfather was not in good terms with your dad and he was very aggressive, what you first have to do is to know what is the reason of his aggression. Probably he was trying to correct your father, and your father wasn't agreeing with him, and that's why he was angry. Because your father was his son, and he couldn't just deny his son anything. Probably there was something that he did not agree with, and your father didn't agree with. I personally here, my dad who born me, my biological father, I was not in agreement with my biological father when I was growing up. Why? Because I wanted to follow my grandfather's ways of life, which is the Buddha. But my dad, being a Christian and brought up in a school and a Presbyterian type of school, Bremen Presbyterian type of school, wanted us to follow Christianity. But then my inner self, which is my destiny, did not find peace with Christianity because from my childhood, I felt that it is not enough for what I wanted to do or what I came into this world for. So I was not really interested in church, but we were living on the church campus. We were on the mission campus, and we have to go to church, and the school have to force you to go to church. So for me, I go to the church in the morning and register and put my name. Then I run back home and sleep or wait until I hear the last church song. Then I run back inside and join the queue, and then I write my name that I was in church. So myself and my father, we had never really been in good terms because of my religious or spiritual beliefs, or whether it's a belief, but it was something that I was young, I wasn't old. From 12 years old, I was being disturbed by spirit, and I didn't know. My father wasn't helping so much, but then a point where he gave me a book to read, and that changed my destiny or changed my life to what I am today. So if your father and your grandfather were not in terms, surely there was a problem that probably you as a child may not know. But you can pray to your grandfather, because you see, it's not everybody who died in our family line that we pray to. They are all ancestors. But those people who were strong and made their mark are the ones we call. So maybe you can pray to your grandfather. Maybe he will open doors for you. Maybe he is even you who has come back, or he's even you. He is the reason why you are here. So please pray to your grandfather. If he has not died a traumatic death, then you can pray to him together. Pray to him and see whether something will change in your life. If you pray to him for some time and it becomes negative things are happening, then stop. But if you pray to him and you are seeing positive results, then you know he was a good man.
We have a Brother Fisher again. He says, Papa, will you teach your students of the beast?
Me, even before he initiated me into that business, he asked me, that was on his deathbed, honestly. He was almost dying. Then I went to him and he asked me, Kojo, can you take care of this? Are you sure you want to have it? It can destroy, it can create, but it can destroy. If you don't know how to follow its rules, it will destroy you. But if you can really follow the rules and regulations of this voodoo, it can make your life a great present. And he asked me several times, and I told him that, yes, I am ready to take it. And then he initiated me. So I, as a boko or a teacher, I don't just teach things to everybody just because they want to know. I must know you and who you are, whether you can really upheld and be able to contain the energy. I don't just give things to people. So yes, I'm willing to teach, but I will only teach people that I believe that are going to follow the regulation, because I don't want to destroy anybody. My teachings is to give you life. And if I know that I give you knife and that knife will kill you, or I give you gun and that gun you kill yourself, I will not give it to you. But if I know that you have reached the state and standard that you can uphold and hold this thing to make it for the benefit of the humanity and human society, yes, I am ready to teach. But I'm not just teaching everything that I know, because not everybody is like me.
William Martin says the name is changed now.
Which name? Calcutta?
Then is Kolkata.
That's the same old name. Kolkata, Kalikata is the same. It's just that, like how they have changed Madras to Chennai. When I was in India, it was called Madras. Now they call it Chennai. So if you had not told me, I would think that Chennai was a different city. That's how they call Bombay. Now it's called Mumbai. Yes. One day Ghana will also change Accra to Nkra. Finish. Yeah, because the word is Nkra. And then the white man call it Accra. And then now everybody is calling Accra. One day when we become wise and we stop following white man's religion, we'll go back to our roots and call Accra Nkra. Like Winneba. The name is not Winneba. The name is Simpa. The white man came and it's called a Windy Bay. Windy Bay. And our people could not properly pronounce it. They say Winneba, 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 and become Winneba. It's called Windy Bay. Means there's wind blowing. So they call it Windy Bay. And it becomes Winneba, Winneba, Winneba. One day we'll go back when we become wise and know about it. It's not simple. That's the real name of Winneba. Yes. Question.
Mario Young again, he says, what is the significance of lighting candles while praying? We do it here a lot. Some say it radiates positive energy.
Mario, you see, when you are doing and say anything about it, but until you begin to feel no, then you can now ascertain and say that for the fact that this is what it does. Yes, of course, candle. There is also something called candle burning rituals. These candle burning rituals probably came from the European back, all these other things, and also maybe in the Judaism and Hebrew spiritual practices, because you see the 7 candlesticks, which represent the 7 energies and the 7 archangels, and also the 7 days, because the 7 days is a representation of all the 7 archangels in the Hebrew cosmology. So people burn candles, but in real voodoo, it is very rare you see people burning candles. The candle can represent light, but there are some certain practices in voodoo where they will tell you to use a candle. You initiate the candle, you empower the candle, so that when the candle is burning to a certain point, you put needle and then stop whatever you want to stop or whatever you want to happen. Those are the things that is done in candle disinfect. Most voodoo people that I had practiced with or from, they don't use candles that much. Because somewhere along the way, maybe because of Haitian voodoo, which has been adulterated from the original voodoo of the Ebe people, had gotten so many things mixed up because of the slave trade and the number of the different cultures that have formed that nation. Each one brings his idea and all this, and then Christianity from the French and all this. So that's where I may say that the candle practices have found their way into voodoo. But the voodoos that my fathers and my ancestors have taught me practically, there was no candle burning. They may come across candle burning. But I know about candle burning because I have studied Kabbalah, I've studied Judaism, I've studied other Catholics and the candle burning. But as I grew up in practices of our lives, that is not the main thing. There are so many other things that I do quickly to get my answers done to candle burning. But then candle burning is not a bad thing if you know how to do it, and if it benefits you or you get it, it's also good. So what is it? Boom boom.
Well, David Angela Maria says, thank you so much, Papa. The story is the same as my father's. Only the difference was the other way around. My father went to the missionary school.
Yes, I went to Voodoo.
And that was the cause of the problem. So my father had to go away because he was afraid my grandfather would hate him.
Okay, Angelo, I think it's the same, because my story was because I was called into this tradition and into spirituality, and my dad wants me to be in Christianity, but I didn't want Christianity from childhood. I don't know what was driving me at that time. I was just a child. I didn't know anything, but one thing I have to thank my father was that it got to a point he realized that maybe that is my destiny. So he gave me books that he had read when he was young. He kept them and he gave them to me to read. And those books that I read changed my life And then I started following into yoga, into Hinduism, and then in Buddhism, and all the other things. I studied something from Sufism, which is the spiritual part of Islam, and all these things. And finally, I came back into Vodou, which was the root of my great this. I have established it, and I have proven to people that Vodou is not evil, but it can make you great. Because that is the way our ancestors relate to divinity.
We have Fisher says of praying and pouring libations on my matrilineal grandmother. My essay woke me up one night and told me to stop.
Okay, so if your essay woke you up one night that you should stop praying to your matrilineal grandmother, then your essay has a reason. And that, if I will say, the best thing to do is to do a reading on that, why your essay stopped you from praying to your matrilineal grandmother. Probably your matrilineal grandmother was against you people, or your birth, or whatever, or the relationship of your father and your mother. Whatever it is, we can never tell until you do a reading to find out why your essay, because your essay is your inner self, that is your real self. So if it stops you, that means there is a reason and a purpose for that.
Because all of that, je play the one.
Watch out. At the law, you're not seeing. So what is the time now? Are we 4? Okay, we have some few minutes more. We'll finish. By 4 o'clock we'll finish. Okay, now we'll go into the Vodou and show the people. So get ready and let's go with the Bokobule's shrine, and we pray to the Tabu Dokata and other spirits that is there. Which one will go? 2 cameras or 1? Okay. Boko, may I show you video? This is Tommy Abu. Yeah, this is Tommy Abu. This is Tommy Abu, one of the main in Tommy bullets, right? And then here is bullets. This one is Biasa. This one, Biasa. Okay, and the smoke. Maybe you're looking for something from somebody to be this near light. Is it enough? So I'm coming to bring the topic of Akai. And the topic of Akai has always worked. That's why I brought Akai here. So when did you set up? How long ago did you set up? We set up before that. Okay. So that's it.
pátá. That's wrong with that one. I think I got it. But it's not you. So this is something great job pattern. I'm praying to yeah. This is the moonshine. People call it diaspora moonshine. We call it that. You talk about not be value. Oh, where is it? Any value to where any. Acquire. I'm not cool. They get super cool. Check the cool. Don't you? I don't know. No. The movement you have, we will understand. We will understand. Your Maku, a focus on what you were doing with the group of phone you here. You have what you want. I don't want to be here to talk to the format. Need to talk about that. I talk with that blue and if I'm really Àlàáfíà. Bọ̀dú náà lè dúró ìdílé, bọ̀dú is bọ̀dú o.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So fans around the world, we are in the Boko Bullet section, right? You can see all the different books. This is how we are reading. It's there. I see. Not small. It is small soldiers are coming. They send them now. They go to anywhere in the world and do the work that that's different. So please, when you need us, let us know. All is good. Africans should go back to their tradition. We are not Romans.
Sometimes you can do
So we want to be worshiping Roman gods. We are not the Hindus. Not Africans, they like to relate to other things that do not belong to them. The African man can tell you the story of how Hinduism came, how Shiva was this, Krishna was that, and all the gurus. But he does not know his grandfather. You can't talk anything about grandfather. If you say so, it's evil, finish. That is the typical shop, it's evil, devilish. So the Indian people, they are doing rituals for their Buddha, it's not devilish. You, your own, is always devilish. Because we are stupid. Okay? Bọ̀kọ́nà mo dùn àjọga ẹgbẹ̀ga ọdún à ẹ̀kọ́ jọ̀ga ọwọ́lọ́ ní kó wọ́n rí. Lẹ́yìn máa nà ẹ̀ máa ṣe ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bọ̀kọ́nà tó dún. So they want to know that. Kadi, when you come and we have time, we'll come here. We'll come to Boko Bullet's shrine, and so that you can also. But it is strong. Don't worry, they're friends. So when you come and we have the time, you have to come to the Volta region. Last time we couldn't come, but this time when we are able today for the past 12 years, we have not covered it. It's still there. So I'll take you there. So remind me when you come, Kadi. Yes. What are the questions again?
We have Diamond.
Hey, hello, Diamond. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Blessings to you too. Thank you for joining us.
That's all we have.
Okay. Okay. So as you have seen us, we have been in 4 bullets, right? We got to come at the shrine in the Volta region. We have just transmitted from here, and you can see how happy we are to come to the countryside and enjoy. This is what our ancestors had done. They had always had these places of spirits and everything. And they live in peace. And see, but it's not for war. But if you ask for war, we will meet you with war. We are for peace. We always try to help and bring life. Voodoo is not for distraction. But if you want to destroy us, we will not agree. We will not agree. So those of you who are waiting for us to do your rituals, we will do them. And David Angelo will be doing your reading after this section. We will eat some small jeple, and then after that we will do your reading, and then we'll be in touch with you. So very soon I'll be in touch with David Angelo. And thank you all, Kadi Fisher, Angie Fisher, Ifadara, Danny Berile, and all Mario Young. You were the people who posted most of the questions today. So
Senna was also
Senna also, Senna Bankujobi in Tokyo. Thank you. And then Shamba Musa and the family, our sister, big sister is in and then Kofi Nomanyo joined us for the first time in many, many months. We haven't heard from you, but you join us today. If you are still online, saying hello to you and thanking you for everything. And we are here. And we will be closing this section for today. And if you have questions to ask us, please keep it online and we will continue answering you. Christopher Bonkujobi, or Christopher Bonkujobi, or no, Christopher Bonkujobi, your host. Thank you very much. And we thank Toby Bullet Hansen for giving us the opportunity so that we could come to his shrine and then show you how things are going. You know, voodoo is a very interesting thing. Until you start experimenting and experiencing voodoo, you never know. And when we say voodoo, we are talking about God in general. Until you start experiencing God, sometimes you will not know whether God exists or doesn't exist. Because it is through the experience and the experiment and the experience that you have that will tell you whether God is real or God is living in the sky somewhere far away. We, the Aves, do not believe that God lives in the sky far away. We pay homage to the sky, we pay homage to the earth, and all the 4 cardinal points, we pay homage. But we believe that God lives with us here and we can interact with him anytime. It is not that he's sitting in palace somewhere far away from us. He's always just behind our back. So when we call upon him, he materializes himself or show us things in reality. That makes us know that God is real. Just like the wind. When the wind is blowing, until you feel the breeze on your body or see the leaves and plants moving, you will never see the wind blowing, but it's blowing. But when you start moving things, then you know the wind is blowing. That's how God is. And for the Ave, God is always real, and voodoo is real. Thank you all for being part of today's section. And may the ancestors and the gods of our fathers continue to bless you and give you strength and give you wisdom so that you can know what is good and what is bad. May peace and love be upon you. Thank you, everybody, for joining today's section. May God bless you all. Bye-bye.